Hello Leos, and welcome to your messages, what you need to wrap up and what you need to look at for the rest of the year in order to launch and have this new springboard for 2020. And it's really important because, you can see what kind of day is going to be by the morning, as they actually have a proverb in my language. And LENORMAND is a really neat method, guys. Also, if you are not on my newsletter, I have told these people who are on it that I had a whole bunch of downloads, and one of them was like, you need to do LENORMAND and you need to kind of like send these things off. It's really not something I plan to do because frankly I'm so busy with my annual Taroscopes, so please pre-order them. They're still on special for half the price. LENORMAND is going to be one part of those readings. It's very kind of like in-depth. It's a little bit different divination method, and it works really well when combined with different things. This is called Grand Tableau, and it's almost looking at the plane of your life. Of course, this is a general reading, so it's simultaneous with so many different souls that want to communicate. And if these messages are for you, if you felt even the little tidbit is something that it feels like, whew, this was me, then subscribe or comment, because you need to acknowledge your spirit guides that have been trying to get through a different dimension to me, and me trying to decode these foggy messages. If you go on Pisces reading, you could see really a good manifestation of how I usually see these messages. They were like really two big sort of like circles that kind of like had this kind of like foggy things in there. So that's how I see my messages. I'm trying to make sense out of it. So that's why it's not 100%, because it's usually blurry, but I am trying to make as much sense as possible. So my dear Leos, in the cover, yes, go to check my website to get yourself on a newsletter. It's free, it costs you nothing, and you get really cool messages. And also, as the demands as I get, sometimes it's the same day, just like, do it now. Well, I was planning not to do it now. What now? So just so you know, I am not in any case or any way or shape or form privileged. I just am trying to convey and forward things I am getting. So my dear Leos, we have two significators in LENORMAND. One is the lady and one is the gentleman. It's not good when the lady is all the way on the bottom. But as I said, these messages are simply what you need to wrap up. Maybe you put yourself on the bottom, and that's why you have the skies. Here, you maybe put yourself last. Does that make any sense? You are freaking Leo. You are that royalty. You are like that gorgeousness. You are that roar of the jungle. You are like showing up and everybody's bending down. So what the heck happened? What buried you? Like, looks like you are 3 freaking layers down over here. It looks like that you have been loyal to somebody or some kind of process. Some of you may have been loyal in a marriage, and I don't know, it could be something overseas, it could be something arriving from the past, it could be even a job change that you have been experiencing. But check this one out. It has been somebody who, on the surface, you have a heart and you have a key. Sounds good, no? Sounds great. But then we also have the mountain over here, and we have the fox. Something from the past that you had dealt with that maybe has been also a commitment was nothing that you expected. You have these clouds. This person was not transparent. This person was not telling you proper issues. Maybe this person also had issues with their employment, or even, I don't know, with their location. When I see the ship, that can't talk about it, right? Ship is here appearing in the house of a garden, which also could mean I don't know, you met this person on a cruise. It could mean this person met somebody else on a cruise, because ship and an anchor and skies, it's everything with you here in this spread is looking like you're going in this direction, but then you stop. It's almost like being in that like funny mirrors kind of a thing, and everything that appears, you all of a sudden realize, no, actually I should turn left and right, like I'm being kind of confused. And it kind of like felt like you have been going through some kind of labyrinth, and you're kind of like really tired of that. So when this kite is showing up in the house of a woman, it's really telling me that you're cutting somebody off who felt that you were the key for them. They literally counted on it. But then something stepped in that have changed. And the mountain in the sky can also mean health issues, could mean some kind of like operation, could mean that certain things were really hard to push that forward, and hence they just like died on the vine. Well, in your case, in your head, they are just dead. Like you are leaving these things in the past, unless you're a gentleman, unless you identify as the gentleman. If you're identifying as the gentleman, that you guys might actually deal with people who are cunning, who are again preventing you of getting where you need to go, and you are going to push through, you're going to force through, you're going to say, no, I am the sun, and see you're knighting, there's the sun and the moon. You literally want to get somewhere in business, there's this crossroads, you're feeling it, like you're feeling lucky, you want to go in this direction, but this person is freaking fox. This could be the boss, it could be somebody who is creating some issues, and this is in the house of the whip, which is in the karma, in the cross section, which kind of reappears over here. So there's almost like, think about it as a chapter 1, or boxing round 1. It is going to happen. Look at this Mercury retrograde. Would you like to restart the computer now? No. Would you like to restart it now? No. Please. So this is literally how it's going to be feeling for you as well. So the ship and anchor, are you going to sit still? I'm going to be here where you are. Yeah, I will. No, you won't. It just like almost looks like anything that you want, it is going to go in a different direction. And come on, camera, please clear out. I'm not going to wave my hands for a minute, and let's see if this gets better. Let's try to do this. Well, it's not going to do that. Let's try to do it so you can see my destiny. It didn't work it on this one, but it doesn't do this one. So that's maybe the part of this cloud. So if you guys, if you're a guy, then you have felt a little bit that you're going through turbulence of some kind, especially when it came to commitment and communication, which you really wanted, but it ended up like we're feeling completely confused about this book, and this is driving me nuts that this is like completely out of focus. Here we go, it's getting, oh, look, I put auto focus on and it's out of focus, and I remove it. That's exactly how it's going to look for you. You will do things that are right, you will kind of like do it in the right direction, and they will turn out to be wrong, and then you do the things wrong, and they're going to turn out to be right, and it's going to be scratching your head and like, what's going on? And it looks to me that you have been dealing with such thing for quite a while, and the things from the past have been popping up, and the things from the past can like really need to be sorted out, and there was like lots of sorting things out of the matters of your heart. You really need to cross this mountain if you're a Leo man, and when you do, it's not going to be on the other side what you want. That's a huge and like, I mean, a really loud message about your work, about let's say career and job direction. I really think for you, within 2 to 6 months, you'll be seriously considering work-wise looking into something entrepreneurial, and possibly doing something with a friend, somebody who is a friend for quite a while. It could be like, I mean, a really long time, like 10 months or 10 years, but there's like something really significant about this person. The other person could also be, I don't know, Leo as well, or it could be possibly Cancer or Pisces that you are really dealing with. Now, you guys will choose what you're doing if you're a man. Women sort of like are only on one path. You need to clean certain things from the past and remove everything that was a burden, that was like not done in your best interest. Where men are going to have really luck in love. They will be lucky. And yes, it's going to be interference, and that interference is going to last a while, and it's going to mess up things, and there's job issues that you're going to have, but love is going to be your focus. Women have to kind of work on a self-love. Men have to focus on relationships. So you guys need to really wrap certain things up. It almost like sounds to me that both men and women have issues with kind of like expressing your own needs, and you had issues with other people getting involved in your matters, and you're tired of this. You are tired of that chatter. You're tired of everything that is happening, and I really think you're going to have a little bit, like, I mean, the gentleman has the fox over here and the ladies have the snake, but the snake is in the house of the mice, which means that somebody is going to get distracted when there would be the most poisonous toward you. In the situation they can actually attack you, they'll have to deal with their own karmic crap, and this is really good thing for you. Now, good news is that something next year is finally coming in, kind of like a course. Something is kind of like marrying this kind of like newfound self-respect, openness to the new things, and also, like, I mean, it's going to feel you're going to feel comfortable. You're going to feel at home, and it is really important. So guys, the additional part of Lenormand for 2020 is going to be in my annuals, so order your annuals. It's pretty much last call. It's still half price, and as you see, this is kind of like really detailed, a little bit longer in the annuals, and I hope this messages found you well. And don't forget also to get on the newsletter, because I just send them randomly, sometimes like every week, and sometimes like you don't hear from me in 3 months. The second one is like more often, I have to say. I'm not that crazy about spamming people. So my Leos, wish you all the best, and looking forward to hearing from you. You can get the reading from me via cattarot.ca, and all my information is in the description of this video. I love you.